Hello, hockey fans. Welcome back to Keeping Score. I'm your host, Kicker Idiot, and today we're going to break down the Stanley Cup Final, and we'll get to later more onto that in the show. First, we're going to introduce my analysts here today that we have in studio, JP, K-Man, and Rowboat. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, exciting finals. Way to wrap up the season. Way to put a bow on it.
Should have been the Rangers, but
It's a different conversation.
We all know that, Joe. We all know.
Yeah, I'm sure that will come up later in the show. But great finals that we had. And then first, before we can start the show, we're going to look at the standings before the Stanley Cup Final, before we made our predictions. Rowboat with 14 points, K-Man had 13, and JP had 12 points. So let's see how they did with their predictions. First for the Stanley Cup Final. So obviously the Panthers won in 7. We all thought it was maybe going to be a 4-game series, but the Oilers, got 3 games back, brought it to the best 2 words in sports. Game 7, the total goals were 41 in the series. JP predicted Panthers in 6 with 25 goals. Rowboat has said Oilers in 6 with 31 goals. And K-Man said Panthers in 6 with 19 goals. And obviously Rowboat is our champion with 15 points. K-Man following up with 14. And then JP in last with 13. Very close competition this year, which is very nice to see. But
Now, I will say, to be completely honest, how I picked the Oilers, I wanted to say that so bad.
But what about Adam Henrique? You didn't pick it for Adam Henrique?
Huh? Oh, well, I guess.
he forgot he was even on the team. But.
yeah.
Adam Henrique did make a difference in the series, kind of. He stepped up.
Was he playing defenseman? That last game, it looked like he was playing defenseman.
No. Well, the Oilers had no puck possession.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was
for
probably looked like he was playing defense.
It's like every time I saw when they were on offense, and he was on the ice, he was always on the blue line.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
McDavid.
It's like the opposite of Hyman.
Yeah, it was the opposite of Hyman because you have a skilled player and then a not so skilled player.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just the guy's living in the crease and then living on the blue line.
Good point.
That's all he does.
Living with a ring. Living with a ring.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Unfortunately.
But anyway, it was a very entertaining final. You could say probably one of the most entertaining finals you could say in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with the viewing with the final, I
And-
think it was this. Game 7 was the second highest viewed NHL game in history, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is crazy
I'm
to
not
think.
surprised.
Higher than the NBA Finals this year, and the
Fuck
World
yeah.
Series for obviously the past year
Yeah.
with the Rangers and the Diamondbacks. But it's just crazy to see everyone watching that game. And I mean, McDavid is probably must-see TV. Everyone loves Tkachuk because it's Tkachuk, and obviously the Panthers. But it was really cool to see the Conn Smythe going to McDavid. I thought, honestly, the Conn Smythe is the MVP of the playoffs, and he was the MVP of the playoffs. If they gave it to Bobrovsky or whatever, or Barkov, Ryan, whatever, it'd just be stupid. And obviously,
I mean,
That was
the dude had 11 points in 7 games.
yeah.
3 goals and 8 assists in 7 games.
Yeah.
game where it was 8-1. That really came in clutch for my winning.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
with
wanna
the
say
goals.
Yeah.
I
That's a
thought
good
it was
point.
going
Those
to
comebacks are
be
crazy.
more low scoring, honestly. But, I mean, the Panthers started off, they had no defense against the rush. Their defense against the rush got so much better throughout this series. But it was just like that one save, the empty net save by Tkachuk.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was
that's going to be, that moment's going to be around for a long
I mean,
time.
McDavid did score like a second later.
Yeah, but
it
still,
doesn't
it
matter.
was still
It's
pretty
still
relevant.
one of the
Yeah.
coolest saves. Like,
Yeah, that was
Just
good.
like with the stick.
All right,
That was a really good
all right.
save.
If you guys were McDavid and you won the Conn Smythe, but you lost the cup, would you have
Stay,
went out?
yes, I would stay with the Oilers.
No,
was
no.
so
I'm
go
not
out
saying.
on
I'm
ice.
saying, would you go on the ice to
No.
receive the award?
No,
Because I know
I think
McDavid.
it's more
wouldn't,
important to
but I
be with
think
your
it-
team.
To be
Yes,
honest,
I agree with that.
To be honest, I think it was kind of bad that McDavid didn't go out. I mean, I think if he went
And his
out,
dad was
I think the
texting.
crowd honestly
they would have
would've-
booed him so hard.
They either would have booed him really hard, or they all would have clapped for him because
Right.
I mean, no player was doing what he was doing in the
yeah.
playoffs, or no player does what he does to begin
I mean,
with.
he
So it's
broke a Gretzky record.
Just, yeah.
That's crazy.
Most
That's
assists in
already
the
enough.
playoffs with 34. That's
And then
crazy.
he tied Gretzky.
Gretzky
with
only
points.
had 31.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
Wow.
just-
so you
it's
beat
good.
it by that much.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And what was that? That was like the first player in like 30 years, or no, since like the 70s for the opposing team, or
Well,
the losing team.
First skater. I mean, the last
First skater,
time.
you're right.
Shout out Joe
Yes.
West.
Shut up.
What?
Because he won
Somebody did it.
Okay,
I remember.
that's not even
He
hockey.
won but he won an MVP on a losing team.
All right.
But I remember
Bro,
the
how
last,
so?
the last time that somebody won a Conn Smythe, on the losing team,
was
they
03.
did come out and get it.
It was 03. It was the Ducks.
Honestly,
the Ducks played
yes.
when the Devils beat them.
It was. They
Honestly,
did. He
I'm
did come
blanking
out
on his
and
name,
get
but
it.
he came out, actually received it, took the photo.
Yeah,
but I
honestly,
mean, it wasn't. I don't think-
2003.
Was 2003? Did we
Jaguar.
win?
that was the
JS.
Devils.
I know,
Yeah.
but did we win the cup in Anaheim or did we win it in Jersey?
We win the cup. You're not on the team.
Whatever,
I
irrelevant.
don't know. I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
Regardless, he still decided to come out. But
Yes.
I think it was important
94.
as a leader to be with the team after the loss. Like,
Yeah, no, I agree.
30 years.
Especially since it's McDavid and he's the
Yeah.
captain. He's honestly the center focus. of
he
that
looked
team.
so
playoffs,
defeated
Yeah.
after.
No, you didn't.
Like,
Did you win in 30 years?
every time after a big game, like especially like in the World Cup and even any hockey, like the finals, like watching the guys collapse after the end of the game is
Yeah.
the most depressing thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Like the Rangers after they lost to the Kings, that was awful.
And it sucks that the game had to end like that too, pinned along the boards. They didn't even have a chance to
Yeah.
score. That was.
I
annoying.
was
was like,
convinced.
It's
both, like,
controversial.
10
A lot of people are
seconds.
saying that they should have blown the play dead, but I don't know.
think
I don't know if it was
they
enough.
won't-
Well, this is the first thing. If you looked at the replay of like when they pinned it in the corner, McDavid's sitting at the front of the net, Draisaitl sitting like 2 feet to the right of him.
I
like,
know, yeah.
Like if you're gonna you got like what? I think it was 15 seconds left when it was pinned.
you're playing
pinned
for
in the
the
boards.
finals,
Like
bro.
get in there, get in the scrum, try and get the
They
puck,
were
maybe
gassed.
try and make a play.
Exactly.
But
They were
they were gassed.
Yeah, well, McDavid and Draisaitl were playing the entire third
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
And
On
they
the
were
same
both
line.
injured. McDavid
Yeah.
and Draisaitl were
Oh yeah,
both
Draisaitl
like,
played through a
serious
broken rib.
injuries.
Yeah.
A broken rib and
Yeah.
like a broken finger or something.
Yeah, and
Did you guys,
McDavid had to go into surgery.
Yeah.
Did
I
you-
mean, I don't know
know.
if that maybe affected Draisaitl. I mean, Draisaitl was kind of like non-existent in
Yeah.
the Stanley Cup final,
Yeah.
but
Broken rib.
it could be ribs. You don't know how that affects your breathing, but anyway, that's a different
Did you
conversation.
guys see that like it was kind of a questionable call on the Kachuk tripping?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, what
What do you guys
that
think
was
about
tripping.
that?
I
That was
agree with
tripping.
it. I agree
Yeah.
with it, but I understand how you couldn't.
You know, just because it was accidental doesn't mean that it's not a penalty.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's,
That's true.
you know,
Yeah.
he didn't mean to do it.
But
he
I don't
still
know.
tripped.
Looking back on it,
I'm sure
kinda looked
PK
like he
didn't
was
think
trying
it
to
was
do that.
penalty.
They could. Then that just proves the point even better if he tripped him. So,
What did you
there
guys think about the offsides call?
It was
At
off,
the end, I think
offsides
it
by
was.
2 inches.
I think it was.
I think it was
I
barely
think it was
offside.
It's
offsides,
too close
I
to-
know you're talking about.
to
It's-
call it back.
There was definitely a small sliver. Like they were saying 2 inches, offsides by literally 2 inches.
Yeah.
It was the just smallest thing, but you know,
But
it's
you got-
the Stanley Cup Finals. So You
Yeah.
got to call that.
It's literally
You
like
have to.
that could be the decider.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
It's tough.
It
They
is.
just call everything.
Yeah.
But
I'm,
anyway, we're gonna move along from the Stanley Cup final. Now we're gonna segue into the off season. Now we're gonna talk about trades, the draft. Maybe you could say. I mean, the draft is this Friday in the Spear, which is gonna be incredible to see. Probably a once in a lifetime opportunity for these draftees to be going to the draft in the Spear. Normally it's in someone's arena, so that's going to be amazing to see. So I want to get your guys' opinions on what you guys will think. Well, obviously we're going to talk about Rangers, Devils, because that always comes up, but maybe we'll focus on the Panthers and Oilers maybe for the first beginning portion of this segment.
do you think everyone stays? Who do you?
I know the Panthers. That was the
I
big.
think
That was
Corey
the big
Perry's
question
got to
mark.
retire. Corey Perry's got to
okay.
retire.
Yeah.
I think it
Oh
was
my
a
God!
big
4
thing.
finals losses in 5 years.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I think
You want to know what would be?
Thank God for that cup in that he has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's the Corey Perry curse. I think 5 seasons he's lost the cup with 4 different teams in his
Yeah.
last 5 seasons. The
Back to,
Stars,
I
the
think,
Lightning,
2020.
the Oilers, and then another team,
Was
the
when
Canadians.
Yeah.
They lost. It's terrible.
Crazy.
But I mean, the big
crazy.
question
Gotta
mark at the
retire.
end of the game, like cup celebrations, whatever, was the Panthers, and with free agency and all that, a lot of their guys are UFAs or RFAs coming up
Yes.
to this year. I know they're talking about Reinhart. They asked Reinhart like, "Hey, like, do you want to stay here?" And he's like,
Future
100%.
Ranger.
I don't want to leave. Like, I want to stay here. So I'm thinking they'll maybe bring everyone back, maybe run it back
And
for a second year. But
I
who
was
knows?
I was watching the post game after they won the game, and it was so funny to me, yeah, how every when they were interviewing all the players and the coaches every single time they were asked like, how is this team so good? They're always talking about the team chemistry and how
Yeah.
everybody loves each other and watches out for each other. And when you create such a great team that gets along together and there's really no selfish players, nobody would want to leave. And that's kind of harder as an organization to say, because I really want to bring in this guy, but I love this team.
Yeah.
So
But
the Florida
also-
Panthers, I think they should stay together. I think they should obviously maybe cut out some of their weakest links, which wouldn't be the greatest to see, but if you got to do it, you got to do it.
Yeah. I mean, Oposo, he'll probably retire. I know he was talking about
Yeah,
it.
he finally got his cup. That's good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
You know, you're stuck on the Sabres your whole career. And the Islanders, you know, jeez.
Yeah, it doesn't look
else.
good.
There's nothing worse than that.
I will say, though, because they're so committed to the team, they might be willing to take less money just to stay
Yeah, that's
there.
the
You
other-
know, that could
yeah.
be
Just like
awful, obviously.
If I'm the
Vegas
Rangers,
LTIR.
I'm offering Reinhardt like the world, literally.
Yeah,
if I'm the Rangers. And
Dude,
Gensel,
what an
Gensel,
incredible
Gensel's
season.
a future
He had an
Ranger.
incredible season.
Oh yeah, for real.
Like, he carried my fantasy.
And
by far.
do you guys? Yeah, same. Do you guys think that Connor McDavid goes? Because if you ask me,
I don't
I think
think
he
he will.
stays because the main problem with that team was like the goalie situation.
Yes.
And Stuart
stepped
Skinner's
up.
been doing. Yeah, he's really
he's
stepped
gonna
up.
play.
in that
He's
game.
gonna play out
In
the
that
remainder of his
comeback?
contract.
That
He has
comeback,
one
he
more
was
year.
playing great, yeah.
Yeah, I think they re-signed him.
He's-
honestly. If
I'm
he
still
finishes
amazed
like
that
he
he's
did
a
this season-
second-year goalie.
Yeah.
You guys told me that,
Yeah.
and it blew my mind.
I-
I did
I
not know.
remember
that.
it
Yeah,
was on the show.
depending on how the Oilers do next year, I mean, McDavid, hopefully he wouldn't hold out and play his entire contract. But
thought
if
you
they
wanted
don't
to
win
go
it
to
next year, if they don't win that's where I'm going.
It's not happening.
So now if the Oilers don't win the cup next year and his contract's out, I'm like, dude, I'm getting out of here. Dreisaitl's like, dude, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to the Sharks. That's where it's at. Come on.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I was
Mackenzie
saying-
Blackwood.
Shout out
Mackenzie Blackwood will carry a team to the finals.
Speaking of the Sharks, how do you think Celebrini is going to do as long as he gets drafted there, of course?
Oh my God, unless
Yeah.
he
Do you think-
dies. Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
I honestly, I haven't seen that much about
So-
him.
Well,
Like,
first
Yeah,
of all,
the
the
Bedard
Sharks.
hype was just so unreal that it seems
Yes.
like so disproportionate.
However,
Yeah.
the Sharks have recently acquired the greatest player in NHL history. I don't know if you guys heard. Barclay Goodrow is
Yeah.
now a San Jose
Yeah.
Shark.
Really?
He is
Might be
going
a
to
little
carry
bit of tampering
him.
there,
Him and
but we won't
Celebrini
talk
are
about
going to be
that.
bread and butter. Him and Celebrini, tic tac toe. Oh my God,
I
it's gonna be
think
crazy.
Celebrini will be good. I just think that number one overall hype will maybe get to him, but I think it's going to be a big adjustment.
Yeah, he just
Kinda
got to
for
do his
him,
thing.
which-
They got to build around him.
Yeah. I mean, Bedard had he had a pretty good year. I know he was injured
He
for
did.
a lot of it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not normal for a rookie
Brendan
to
Smith,
come in
I
and
do
put
like
up like
Thanks to
80
Brendan
points.
Smith.
I mean,
Yeah.
most like the Calder-winning rookies like Bedard, whatever,
Yeah.
win it this. Bedard is going to win it this
Yeah,
year,
but
he finished with like 55 points, I think, 60 points. Like it was a low.
Yeah, it
And
was
low
especially
number,
being
but for a rookie,
especially
it's
being injured most of
yeah.
it. So.
though.
and especially
He had a
playing
pretty
on
good season.
the
Yeah.
worst team.
But
in
Exactly.
Blackhawks.
I will say, kind of want to talk about Jacob Markstrom. Of course.
Poor guy.
What
levels,
a
yeah, I mean-
trade.
No, you guys got to see
I will
the
say
video. His
I
welcome video.
used to like Markstrom.
Hey,
Now
we-
I do
we
not
lost-
like him anymore. But I used to be a fan.
And when the first rumors about Markstrom going to the Devils,
I didn't want it.
I
I'm
thought
still-
there's no way.
I'm still against it because he's
Really?
35. But I
Yeah.
mean, looking at the Allmark package, what the Bruins got back,
look.
the Devils definitely have won their trade, I should say,
Where
for a
I'm
goalie.
seeing-
But
The Devils have a really good young core, but for players like Timo Meyer, and I know they're gonna try to get Tyler Toffoli back somehow.
No, Tyler Toffoli might be coming to the Rangers.
Rangers,
Tyler
he
Toffoli's
might-
going to the Rangers.
There's
Really?
going to be
Yeah.
it's
Alright, well,
either going to be
I think-
Marchessault, Gensel, Reinhardt,
I think
or
everyone was talking about.
who's the guy that we just said? Toffoli.
Everyone was talking about the guy last year about how the Devils have to now win the next 3 cups. So I think as long as we
It's
get
a 9-year window. That's what it is, and we're in year 3 of that window, going
Yeah.
into year 4.
So I'm saying getting Markstrom in there, we don't need we want a long-term goalie. But
Yeah.
right now we need to win right now.
Yeah.
So because
Which
we don't know
which is
how
fair.
long we're gonna keep our core together, and we're gonna try to keep it as long as we can, but it's not gonna be realistic to keep them for 9 years.
How about that PLD trade to the Caps? Pierre-Luc Dubois, the locker room
Oh
wizard.
my
Hell
God.
yeah. Hell yeah, the locker room goat. What a guy.
Very, very interesting conversation here with PLE, but that's kind of irrelevant because it's the Capitals. But anyway, we're going to move on to the Mr. C challenge here. This will be our last Mr. C challenge. I believe we've gotten
lock in.
one, right?
We have one.
Is it
No,
2 right
Maroon
you've guys
and-
gotten?
No,
I don't know.
one. Only Pat Maroon. Was the
Only
one.
Pat Maroon.
Yeah,
All right,
Fat
1.
Pat, big wig.
Actually, could we just slip something in before we get to there? Who's going to be on the NHL cover next year?
Oh,
It's
today?
irrelevant. It's a bad game.
I think
I think it's either. It's got to be Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes has got to get there.
Yeah, that
I
would be
think so.
sick.
I know who.
Who?
Kevin Ball.
All right, diehard video
Who else?
gamers.
Who else?
You guys, meaning NHL. I haven't played an NHL video game in the last 3 years because it's the same game every year with new uniforms and new
What
players.
if it was like a dual athlete? You know how like they did Mahomes and Brady? Maybe it was like.
Well, they did. They did.
They did Nurse and Zegers.
Yeah.
Maybe they do
Thank
like.
God Darnell Nurse did not win a cup.
thank God.
What if
I saw Twitter love that. They were like, God bless.
Hold on.
There's still
Just
good left
Dude,
in the
dude,
world.
maybe,
Darnell Nurse
dude,
does
they
not
should
have a cup.
Imagine they should do something cool like
Just imagine
Corey.
this. Pedersen, Quinn Hughes, JT Miller.
Yeah, that's
That
perfect.
would be
That's
tough.
all.
That would be
It's a
tough.
really
You
bad
want to know?
cover.
You want to know? You want to know what even
You
better?
doesn't like Quinn Hughes.
I
You
do
want
like
to know?
Quinn
You want to
Hughes.
know what would be even better? Even better? Corey Perry and Connor Bedard's mom.
All right, what about?
All right, we're getting away from this.
right,
Reveal
all right.
fact 1 because I can't listen to this conversation
All right.
anymore. All right, who am I? Drafted from Vancouver in the 1993 expansion draft.
Pavel Bure or Trevor Linden? That's my guess. That's my guess. right there.
Do you already know the player?
I actually was not briefed on the player
Oh,
before
yeah,
the
not
show,
briefed.
so
I
I
say
don't know.
I'm
so
thinking too.
trying to-
I'm right there with you.
I say we just take the
I'm
next
I'm
one.
right there
going.
with you.
I'm
I'm right
going.
there with you.
I'm going straight. I'm going straight with Bure or Linden right now.
I'm right there with you.
I think.
All
that
right,
they're-
fact 2.
Maybe
you
Kirk
know,
McLean.
Let's
the
see-
goalie.
let's see.
Let's just
fact
say
two.
fact 2. Let's just say fact 2.
Played for
all three New York Metro teams.
As in, wait,
What,
New
the
York.
Devils?
So
the
as in the
Islanders?
Devils, the Islanders, and the Rangers.
Yeah, we're not including Buffalo because Buffalo was.
That's
But
not
that's
a Metro
not New York.
team.
Yeah,
That's
it's not a
not-
Metro.
But New Jersey isn't. New
Yeah,
York.
but it's a New York. They play.
No, yeah, but
It's a New York Metro
Well,
team.
the
who
Metro
else would it
area.
be?
Oh, the Metro. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
Who
The
else would it
tri-state.
be?
Yeah, I got you.
They're in the Metropolitan.
Yeah. Okay. So he played for the Islanders, the Devils.
and the Canucks. He said he
And
was
the
drafted by
Canucks.
the Canucks.
Rangers.
I say we just take the
Or
next
drafted from the Canucks.
Should we get the third fact and then we can
Yeah.
talk about this amongst each other?
Sure.
I think.
All right,
Nine
third
weird.
third fact. Here we
Weird.
go.
Okay, let's see.
The second fact again.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Inducted into the NHL Hall of Fame in 2007.
2007. So that means he.
He didn't have much longer of a
So it's a
career.
4-year window to get inducted. So
Wait, who was the fastest besides Lundqvist? Who was the fastest before Lundqvist to get inducted? Into
As
the
in
Hall?
what? Like as.
Like, because
Oh, wait.
Lundqvist was the fastest player
Here's-
to get
here's-
inducted into the Hall of
here's-
Fame after retiring.
here's the first.
Might be Trevor Linden.
The first fact is the key. What expansion team came in
Oh.
at '93 that they took him from Vancouver?
Was that Florida? Was
That definite. Is it?
No.
Panthers?
No. Wait.
That-
Was
I
it
think that
drafted by the Canucks?
No,
they're not an
no,
expansion
no,
team.
Yeah.
From the
They
top.
took them from
Oh,
Vancouver. and
I
then-
misunderstood that. So
who
it's
was,
not Bure. It's not Bure or Linden.
Who was
Drafted from
There's
Vancouver.
no way. Wait, hold on. Did Yager go from Vancouver?
No, you never
No.
played for the Canucks.
Yeah,
He never played for the Canucks.
Wait a minute. What?
Very bad guess.
I think we
That
should-
was
But
really
he
bad.
did play for the Panthers.
I think we should think
but
about
that was
who
not
played-
Wait,
1993.
can we pull
He
up the
only
hints
played for the
again?
Devils and the Rangers. So it would
That's
be.
true. Yeah.
What?
He played for the
Can we
Rangers.
pull up the hints again? I gotta go.
I think-
There we go. Thank you.
I think we should think about
From Vancouver.
Florida Devils, Rangers, Islanders.
And we know that
I think that's
So
all
here,
that
let's
doesn't-
think about this logically. If the Stanley Cup final was the Panthers and the Oilers, this player is obviously from the Panthers or the Oilers.
He's from the Panthers.
so-
He's from the Panthers.
Ah.
He's an all-time Panther.
But Bure makes
Luongo
sense.
did not play for.
Oh, I was
any,
just gonna say
Did not
Luongo.
play for.
Yeah.
So the Panthers have been in the NHL for 30 years. This was their first cup. So 30. So it's probably a player from the Panthers because
Yeah, but my thing is he got into the Hall of Fame so quickly because he was playing in '93.
Yeah, that means he had a short.
So he
career.
got in
yeah.
really
So that
quick.
means he played from '93 to about 2000.
No, but he was
Oh,
already
that's
playing
not
in
right.
'93
Yeah.
because he got pulled.
Once
from
you
that
retire, you have 4 years, and they
Yes.
put you in the Hall of Fame. So it's
What?
2003.
So 2003.
All right, so I guess.
So who do you think? Let's think of all-time Panthers players.
Jesus. Okay.
My dad would be able to get this because I'm trying to think of any players that retired after the Devils won in
thinking
03, but
But I'm thinking like Panthers, Rangers, Islanders.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be our
Yeah.
best. Trying to think
The
about
Metro.
the teams.
Yeah, I can't think of any
I
Rangers player.
I was gonna guess Scott Niedermayer, but he went to Anaheim after 2003,
Yeah, not
so
Niedermayer.
it's not him. But
yeah, he's been playing.
Oh, jeez.
I'll give you guys like 30 seconds, then
Very, very hard.
then we will reveal it.
Dude, I don't know.
I can't think.
I can't think of any Panthers
I-
legends
I
besides
literally
Yager
cannot.
and Lundqvist.
Gaborik.
That's literally it. Who?
Marian Gaborik.
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Because it's Marion Gaborik and he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Why is Marion Gaborik not in the Hall of Fame, bro? That guy's go.
All right,
he
just
played.
reveal- no,
He played for the Rangers in 2007.
He didn't play
sorry.
for the Devils and he didn't play for the Islanders, so it's not him.
Definitely might have played.
Reveal the player, please, because this is
Who is this?
Where
Oh my
we can't.
God. Yeah,
we can't
I
get
don't
this.
know this one.
Oh, I was gonna say it. No, I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it.
The only other
I was gonna
Panthers
say
goalie.
it.
I actually-
Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Oh my God, why didn't I say it?
The only other Panthers goalie
No,
besides the
he was in my head the whole time. I never said him. Though.
I don't know
Beezer.
I don't know my
No.
Panthers history that much, but
No, me neither.
I don't
The
know.
Beezer's just
No,
kind
the
of been
Beezer.
irrelevant, you know?
God
they were irrelevant
damn
for
it.
so long, and Luongo is their like stapled player.
That
That's
was
my
it, yeah.
AirPods.
And
And now
Jagger
the-
played for them. That was like their only
No,
good
my
goalie.
oh my God, I had it in the bag. Why didn't I say it? I'm so
But
stupid.
I didn't know he played for the
Van
Devils.
Beesbrook.
That's-
I didn't
Obviously,
either.
he was a backup, so it's kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
You're not
Wow,
starting
man.
over the
I
goat,
thought he was
but-
only Rangers. Panthers.
Way to go out on a loss. Let's go, guys. We are so bad.
One
at
for 4, 1 for 5, right?
One
No,
for like
one
seven.
for like
Is it 1 for
7.
7? I don't know.
One
how
for
many shows
8,
we put.
maybe.
I don't even know.
Something
Oh
bad.
my
not
God.
good.
All right. Anyways, that will conclude this Keeping Score show. Just want to thank you all for watching, staying up with our. Yeah. Let's do that hockey. Is that the? Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching this episode of Keeping Score. We appreciate everyone's support watching the show. It was a great Stanley Cup final playoffs. Obviously, Stanley Cup final, Stanley Cup playoffs. Best time of the year from April to June. So, really excited. Looking forward to next year. The draft this Friday, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you for watching. That's really it, I guess.